that's the plan. Lower Sir Gregory into the anus with a long rope, and the sharks should leave him along me. What does that mean?
You wrote it. You tell us.
I don't know. I've got no idea what that means.
Were you drinking?
Probably because he's not made of flesh. I would.
Yeah, well,
think.
that's it. It's just that he's not
Yeah.
made of flesh. It's just a piece of, just a thing. So they shouldn't.
Yeah, they
Because
shouldn't
sharks
care about
normally would look for the smell in the water
it. Yeah.
of blood, and well, he's got none. So that was the idea.
You
Not
give him a
that
good
not that
smack of
Worm
shit.
knows that, but you know, he's just basically made of metal. He never got attacked by sharks when he was in the sea before.
That is true.
Oh, good
In
point.
fact, actually, he also didn't get attacked by the. What the fuck were they?
I don't know them.
The
strange
basilisk
from
things that
Cobalt
were swimming
Press.
around, turning everybody to fucking shit. They actually weren't. They were from not the Taldori campaign. They were actually from Wildmount, from Matt's book, the official one that he did through D&D Beyond, through like Wizards of the Coast. So they are actually an official crew. I'm probably not allowed to use them anymore. No, you better not be making any fucking money off of this, because I'll fucking
Oh,
sell it.
no. That's
So if you
not
make
fun.
75 grand, can I can make that much from D&D? You can have 25 fucking %, mate. Take it.
Oh yeah, I made that. Funny. Go ahead.
All I've got to do is write some cool adventures. I can fucking do that.
Sweet. So,
Right.
Sir Gregory can only see how far? Is it like
60
this
feet.
far? Oh, 60 feet? 5, 10... that's still a bit, though.
Yeah, it's quite a long way, but we can say, yeah, there's a thing down there, but I
Oh.
think we can see.
Right, go on. Sorry, I need to find my thing.
Oh, that's okay.
It's probably buried under all Kieran's education stuff because I was doing.
What means we can see and tell him what he would see once he gets further down, but he could be able to see everything once he gets close to the water. So as long as he's got a rope on him, he should be fine.
Yeah, I would think so.
It'll be fine.
If the worst comes to the worst, it's that
Yeah, I was just-
punching sharks.
I was just wondering if I had to light him on fire. No, light him up. You know, if you needed to see.
Oh, he can no. Well, no, he has basically got perfect sight, including like invisibility and stuff. Well,
Until 60 feet.
yeah, but then after that, it's like, no, I can't see shit. What don't you talk about? So when we're all at sea and we're all looking off into the horizon, going, "Oh, look at the beautiful sunset." Gregory's just like, "Oh."
Yeah, look at
What?
the shark over there. Oh, look at that whale. And
It's like, well, I can see the handrail.
I can see the handrail and I can see a bit of water. Right? So what is he looking at? I can see nearly to the back of the ship or nearly to the front of the ship.
He moves in the general direction of the group when they get ahead of him, hoping that he comes across something along the way. But he's the one person that can see Worm whenever he fucking disappears.
Good, at least he has control of him. Well, you know.
No, he's like, whenever Worm disappears and you're like, where's Worm gone? He's like,
It's just fucking there.
he's there. What's your problem?
It's just over there, crouching down. You're like, there's a fucking table there. How can you see him? He's like, because he's there. It's right there.
I know
he
everything.
doesn't really see, does he? I mean, that's the thing. It's more of a. I know it's a fucking weird one anyway. Doesn't matter. It's cool as shit, so it's happening. Right, what we doing?
Yeah. Apparently lowering Sir Gregory into the anus.
I don't hear anybody asking him if he wants to go down the hole.
Well, he's.
Well, considering it was Doc's idea and it's his character.
So apparently there's like a greeny glow or something. So he's like, oh, what's that greeny glow?
hang on a
Showing
shit.
on a
Right, who saw that? Worm.
worm.
Right, and you're right. Okay.
And it's like there's
Wouldn't be surprised.
a glow of something down there. Probably an anglerfish, but you know, whatever.
Get all the way down there. It's like, oh. It's gone. It swam off.
So it's like we need to go down in the water. So Gregory he's also got good swimming, so we may as well
does,
lower him
yeah.
down and see what happens.
Doesn't he have the ring?
Well, he doesn't anymore. Currently, he's got like on one of his fingers of his glove, he's got like an etched bit of metal.
It looks like waves and shit or something.
Yeah, but just on a band around his finger.
Nice. This is
Okay.
Does Sir Gregory want to go down into the anus?
Well, he walked into the mouth of the purple worm or whatever, the dragon, didn't he? So he was okay with that.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It nearly melted his foot off,
But,
Oh,
but
yeah.
didn't.
but didn't.
Oh, that's
Because
true.
he can't really see in colour very well, so it's like dogs when they eat stuff. It's just like it's just,
I love that both your characters are basically colourblind. So that worm that is colourblind just sees in black and white, or not black and white, but because that's like when you like dark vision isn't black and white, is it? It's like
no, it's dim.
So
no,
it's essentially like being colourblind.
It's
I guess.
it's supposedly ultravision is the one that lets you see in heat. When you
I
actually
didn't even know that was a fucking thing. So
Yeah, that's how dark elves are supposed to see. They see in heat, so you actually see.
Oh, is it like Predator view?
Yeah,
Sort
that's,
of,
that's
yeah.
supposed to be. That's why they tell the time by heating a spire in the middle of the city, and
Oh,
the heat
interesting.
goes from the bottom.
Oh, I better not use that in case I
to
get
the
told
tip.
off. I might want 25% of my 75 fucking grand that I'm not going to make.
750 grand,
Oh, 700. Oh, right. Well, I didn't know. Well, I don't think I'm going to make that much. I mean, that's just.
and they only take it after the first 750.
All right. So as long as I only make 700, so just make 700 grand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just settle for the
On
700
on one. And is that on like one product
per
Is that-
year.
Oh, per year, right? Fuck it. If I'm making that much, they can fucking have it because I'll only be doing it for 2 years and I'll be retiring anyway. Now you can all fuck off now.
See ya.
So yeah, that was the thing about that is they heat the bottom of this big stalactite, and the heat moves up, and that's how they tell the time of the day. Because obviously in the middle of a cavern in the Underdark, you can't actually see
But how
Oh,
they
that's
how do they know when to do that?
because of magic.
Okay, so they couldn't just use magic to know.
Well, it's so that everybody who's not everyone's
They couldn't-
magical.
Couldn't they just make a big clock or steal one off the gnome?
Well, that's what they use. Because it's just like I tell you what, we'll just use this.
Yeah. All right. then.
Anyway, so that's how Dark Elves are supposed to see, but everyone
I'll
else
try
just
and
sees
remember
it
that
in
when
light.
you go to take on the fucking dark elf armies and shit
Ah.
later on. What? Obviously, it's going to happen.
Probably
Right.
at some point.
It's fucking better, though.
So anyway, I've got
I think we all got rope.
I will have a look. I
well,
think
Sir
I have.
Gregory doesn't
Let me see. I wouldn't
Absolutely.
surprised
because
if I
he's got
didn't have
bugger
rope.
all essentially.
Yeah, well, he was just everything or anything he did have would have got fucking rotted anyway. I've got 50 feet of hempen
So,
rope.
so yeah,
Yeah, me
so
too.
so is everybody. I think everyone's got 50 foot. So
Yeah.
yeah, we've got a couple of them. We can do something.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
tie a few together.
All right.
Who's gonna tie?
Don't really fucking matter. We'll just assume that everybody can tie a fucking knot. You've been saying them for long enough.
Yep.
You've learnt the ropes. Anyway.
Are they
Okay.
big enough to like tie it around?
Do you think we need to?
I know the twins are there. It was more like.
There's only a massive shark down there that's going to grab them and pull both the twins down together as well. I mean, what's the worst that could fucking happen?
Yeah.
It's got to punch it on the nose, right? Mm.
No, you're for
Poke it in the eye. Poke it in the eye.
I.
Oh, okay.
No, put your hat, put your adamantine head in its mouth and just
Choke it. Like I used to do with Keeks when she was a puppy. She'd try and bite me, and I'd just shove my fucking fist into her mouth. Like, go on then, fucking bite her. She's like, get off!
Yeah, that's what
So,
you
yeah.
wanted, wasn't it?
Yeah. What? What are you running away for?
We've got an immovable rod.
We have got an immovable rod, yes.
do.
So we just put the immovable rod on the floor, press the button, and
That's all I
then tie the
remember.
rope around it and say, away you go.
The whole fucking cave moves downwards. What the fuck's got him?
Nice.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot we'd got that. Yeah, we just use that.
Yeah.
So, and he can just fucking swim down once he's in the water, can't he? Well, I don't know how you do it. You just do
It's
that.
more for him to get back. I mean, to be perfectly honest, just step off the edge and fall in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
just
he
sink.
can talk telepathically, can't he?
Yes, his speech
With
is
his
telepathic,
mind.
but I can't remember how fucking far we said he could. I think he
Essentially, not very far. It's like
kind of has to be able to see, like talking
Yeah.
distance, really, isn't
Yeah.
it? So it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
He's not going to be able to shout. Well,
Can't. How could he shout? He can make a
No,
noise. He can make a.
he can talk to you in your head,
he
but
can
not
make an
from-
issue
yeah.
of noise from his helmet, but he can't actually shout because
Alright.
he hasn't got any lungs
Doesn't really fucking matter, does it?
or eyes or anything. You know what I mean? Or a mouth even.
Yeah.
So.
Tug twice for danger.
No, he just climbed back up. But you know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
There's
whatever,
sharks
sure.
hanging off him everywhere. It didn't work.
No, he has got 20 strength, so he just like climb up and just with the shark on him, just say, yeah, right, okay, go on. What next?
Right, yeah, so there's nothing down there. Right, so I guess he splashes into the water. Starts just sinking. Just doesn't bother swimming, I guess. So there are sharks in there. Obviously, you've seen them. They do, for the most part, ignore him as he's going down. Some of them like bump into him, kind of nudge him a little bit, see what the fuck the disturbance is in the water, but they do leave him alone for the most part. He sinks. So as he goes down, the cave, it kind of opens out a bit, like almost dome-like at the top, but then it kind of becomes more cylindrical. So you can see most of the outer wall, or sense most of the outer walls, most of the way down, with his perception and stuff. He makes it to about halfway. At which point he notices two things. One, he now can sense that there's something down below him, where you see where you suspected that green light was emanating from. But also off to the seaward side of the cave, so like I guess like this side. Oh no, this. What the fuck? I'm not even on the right layer. Right, so this side of the cave.
Oh, I'm like, where are you pinging right?
Yeah, just a lot off to the
The
whatever
right
that east side, right side, as he's going down. There's like a series of tunnels coming in and out. Well, there's just a series of. He assumes tunnels, but there's a series of like holes and entrances in the wall. Look natural for the most part, from what he can tell. Is there anything you want to do?
Initially, no. Carry on.
Okay. So he makes his way all the way down. Well, it depends where you want. I would say as he gets closer to the sort of like the bottom, he starts to feel something probably quite familiar about it. This light source. He can either make a. Hang on a minute. I think it would have to be an Arcana check, but I'm not sure. But I'm possibly a religion check, but I'm not sure whether that would be any better for him than an Arcana.
It's exactly the same. They're both 80.
Yeah, so I'd just make it Arcana then, because it is. I think that's probably more in keeping with what it is. Okay, this is some kind of portal to potentially a different realm or plane of existence of some sort. He's not sure exactly what. Like from this, he's not like this is like he's maybe 20 feet above it at this point.
Yeah, well, he can be sinking at like normal sinking speed, but
Yeah.
he can just stop sinking by
Treading water.
using the ring of
Yeah.
swimming. It should just
Yeah.
stop him.
Yeah.
He also probably at that height notices that there's very little vegetation or anything on the surface here. It seems like a rocky sandy, like slightly sandy, rocky surface, but not. There's no natural vegetation, like seaweed or anything like that.
But is it?
And also, actually, on his way down, he would have probably noticed that there's literally like 2 or 3 sharks in here. It's not like swarming with them, if that makes sense. What would you like to do?
So is this like a portal, as in, is it a vertical thing, or is it just like like a big circular portal?
From this side that he's on. Well, yeah. Well, it is Yeah, it's sort of like a portal in the floor.
All right, so it's
It's not like
Is it
like a bit. It's not like a built archway. Like it's not like a like a semi-permanent one or something. Like there's an archway that's been built and it's been but there is. It's kind of just like open in the floor, a bit like a Rick and Morty one. Not that means anything, but not quite as green either. More like a sea green.
Okay, so start going back up again, and these tunnels that are off to one side, move into one of them. Make the largest one.
So So the largest one's sort of. They're just kind of like look like from this side caves scattered around that side of the chute, if you like. The largest one. I mean, how far do you want to go? You step into it. There's a little bit of. I mean, it is maybe 10 feet high and wide. It's sort of mostly roundish as you lead into it, like a tunnel. And it goes back away. Trying to think.
Kind of flow of water in it, or is it just?
Not really. Not at this point.
Move in here a little bit.
Okay. So as you move back 20 feet in, then at the edge of his range, so like 80 feet from from where he entered this tunnel, it seems to either raise up sharply or end.
Right, go back then. So that potential is going out to the sea then. Go back and then go back up and go get to the rope and then
Okay.
climb up and let everyone know that there's some kind of
What is his passive perception?
just 21.
Okay. You do see one of the sharks disappear into one of the tunnels as you're making your way back up. But
Well, it's just kind of confirming that's probably out to the sea. That's how they get in. Right, so go back up and then climb up the rope and explain that there's some kind of portal down there. That's what the glow is. He knows it's a portal because he's used them before when he was a lad.
yeah, when I was a lad.
When I was young.
But he's also
Back in the day, I used to
back
use
in
these all the time.
he's also travelled to different planes of existence.
That's what I mean. So it's
Yeah,
back in the day,
So he would have. He knows it's a portal. He might not necessarily know where it's going, but
well, normally they have a sign next to him.
Here for the 9 hells.
Yeah. Yeah. Which 99th level. 999th level. Yeah, that one.
Oh no, hang on. Was it 998th? Which is the one that hasn't? Which is the one that isn't a swamp? I fucking hate that place.
I wonder why. Thought it wasn't real. Anyhow,
Well, I fucking died for real, didn't I?
I know.
I never said it wasn't real.
It was just not where we thought it was.
I just said it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway.
So what we want to do? We want to go down there.
No.
If so, we might have to call in.
Well, I gotta be honest. I think Vorak's kind of the big red, the one that presses the big red button. It's like, well, I want to stick my head in that below. I mean, it's just something there.
Should someone fetch Torby?
Should we get eaten by a shark?
No, I mean water breathing.
Oh yeah, I forgot I need to be able to breathe. That was actually Vorak. Oh yeah.
It helps. It helps.
Yeah, it's like, well, why didn't Sir Gregory's? Oh yeah.
Well, he didn't fucking. Why can't he do it? He can clearly.
I smack him in the back of the head.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Someone, Morgan, fetch Torby.
All right.
The only problem, this is
Sharon could literally just send her a fucking message.
So,
but
so the only problem with going through a
No, I didn't.
portal
Not using my spells for it.
is not knowing where you're going is knowing if you can get back through it.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
What's the worst that could happen?
For the next 20 minutes, Gregory explains the actual worst that could happen, and then finishes.
What spells?
So he says it completely dead straight face, as that's the worst that could happen, and just says it to Vorak.
Oh.
I don't have any teleport skills.
Oh no, I don't like the idea of that.
Yeah, so let's probably not.
Well, who? Oh.
What were you thinking about?
What, is there a way that we can see what's on the other side, but without going onto the other side?
Normally with magic you can, but you need to have the spells to do it, which would be some kind of. I'm guessing this is some kind of clairvoyance or something, isn't it? Something like that.
I don't know. I'll just have
Let me see what I got prepared.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, because actually clairvoyance I think is more clerical, but I think it's available to everybody. Does Torby have it even in the remote?
I don't have anything prepared for that.
We got,
Claire. No, it's not. Oh, that's because it's by level. I don't want that.
I've given out so much fucking stuff, and Net's given out so much fucking stuff for this camp. I don't actually know what we've got in terms of fucking
Too much stuff.
stuff.
What too much stuff?
What stuff
Yes,
have we
it-
got?
A lot of stuff.
Because also, if we have somebody that can move between realms or planes of existence, I can't think of the right spell for that either. Actually,
I was like,
if you ever needed proof that I don't look at what, or that I don't tailor the encounters to the group, it's the fact that I then have to look up everything to see whether I've got anything that can deal with it. There is something that you can step between the planes, isn't there? But
Possibly.
but you have to have something from one plane of existence to, like, from the one that you want to travel to.
Mm.
Isn't that a thing?
If you don't know where it is, though.
No. What I was thinking is, like, if we stepped through that and we ended up in a different plane of existence, but she was able to bring us back, no matter what happened, because she'd have something from this plane of existence.
You've still got to be able to cast the plane travel thing. So
Yeah, I can't think what it's called now. But I think that's also cleric's availability. I don't know whether Net's got that at all available. There might be a much later level fucking spell anyway. But I don't think.
It doesn't matter. Look at my spells. What? I can't cast it now anyway. But.
What do you mean you can't fucking cast it?
clairvoyance, 3rd level, mage spell, divination spell.
Oh, it's a mage thing. Of course.
Range 1 mile.
That would does it work into different planes though?
No. So it says you create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you.
Oh, that's giving me a fucking idea.
There's no way of doing that because you can't carry the thing through. So it's just like it's
Yeah, I didn't know whether you could, like, what is it, like fucking, like invisible servant or something?
Isn't there like a wizard
Yeah, I haven't got that
eye
either.
or something like that?
That's what I was looking for, but I can't see anything. That's what I was thinking of, but I suspect, without having rolled it here, that we've probably not got access to anything, that even if he was in a fucking mind to be able to do it. No, I mean,
Oh, wait. What's that? Hold on.
Arcane Eye. You create an
Oh, no, that's
invisible
the-
magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and 30 feet dark vision. The eye can look in any direction it wants. As an action, you can move it 30 feet. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. So, Arcane Eye.
No,
Could
if
be
you give me
used.
it.
Divination.
But it can't enter another
Fourth
plane of
level.
existence. There is no limit to how far from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence.
But through a portal? That's not you sending it to another plane of existence, it's just going through a portal. Like a Stargate. You know
Let
what
me
I
see
mean?
if she's. Let's see if we could be naughty.
Uh,
Because she might actually have. I might not have like sorted her spells out after the last level up, because that's a 4th level spell as well, which she does have access to now.
I do have clairvoyance, but I don't have
But
access.
yeah,
well,
clairvoyance.
It wouldn't work anyway.
Wouldn't do it.
It's
No, I was just looking, and I do have it, but it's not prepared, so you know.
Yeah, so I think that thing about you can't send it to look at another plane. So you can't send it to look at the astral plane or anything.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I see what you mean. So you can't say,
going
you
through a
can't
portal.
say, right, I need you to go to, yeah. But there's an opening there. You can just, yeah, okay. Sorry, hang on. Don't see because I haven't picked up her 4th level spells yet.
Let's see.
Which is-
I'm gonna go through my list and see what we got.
Some of the demon and put that in it. Construct.
No, that was for a horse.
Actually, no, she can have that. I'll give her Arcane Eye. I don't know why. I haven't sorted out all the spells yet, so. Well, or if I did, I didn't bother choosing any 4th level ones. Seems a bit fucking silly. Well, she does have access to them. It's just I just never fucking. Ooh, locate creature. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that later. I'm not doing it now. I'll just have to try and remember that we need to do it. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Shall we use her Arcane Eye? I don't- Why is that not showing up? Oh, did I not fucking? It's not prepared. She can't do it. That's the rules. Oh yeah, that's because I have to unprepare something else. Oh my god. Better not unprepare water breathing, had I? Gee.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Control water. All that because I don't know what's happening here. God, she can only have 10 spells prepared. That's shit. God, she's a shit mage. She needs to get herself fucking one of those like spell books or something.
Else.
So she can have prepared, yeah.
Last thing.
Although she has he does have access to a lot more than you, in fairness.
Yeah,
Like because she can technically learn every spell if she gets if she has access to it at some point.
Yeah. Just I have.
I will take that off. She's not going with you anywhere, is she? Yep,
No, I
it's
am.
okay if she dies.
That wasn't
She can
Okay.
she can also cast this from on the ship.
That is true. That is true. All right, yeah, I'll fight. Yeah, we'll do that. There you go. So Torby's going to come wandering down here and then go back to the ship and we'll say she's here. I can't be asked to drag a fucking token on. Yeah, she'll send it down. How far can it move? I fucking just looked at it.
Infinite distance.
Oh wow.
There's dark vision, a normal vision. I just assume when it says it can look in every direction, it doesn't have to turn around. It just
Yeah,
sees
it
everything
spins,
around
spins
it.
like
Just spins all the way.
No, it's like what's his eye? The eye in Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Mad Eye Moody. Yeah.
Yeah, when it looks behind, he's through his head. Then spins back again.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So she drops the eye down. like kind of goes into a trance, and like the eye pops out. Her eye literally just pops out of her fucking head now. What are you looking at me like that for, Catherine? That's right then. Don't look at me then. If you looked in this direction and you were frowning, that usually means you're looking at me. Anyway. Yeah, I can be. Anyway, so she says the eye disappears. A couple of minutes later, she's like, she opens her eyes and says, "Interesting. It seems to be a water plane, but without water." And she starts to describe like basically like an underwater scene, like the bottom of a ravine underwater, where there's coral and seaweed and sand and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be like, from what the eye saw as it was moving around, like it's the bottom of a ravine. Like, so there's shit like sheer cliff faces to either side and stuff like that, leading down either way. And the coral and the seaweed, like the coral's upright, the seaweed's floating and stuff, but it doesn't seem like, she's not sure whether it was just some weird connection or not between her and the eye going into different planes of exist or different space. But it didn't seem like it didn't seem like there was actual water there.
Can it come? Can you bring it back?
She kind of closes her eyes and focuses for a couple of minutes, and the eye pops back up, starts like rising up through the hole.
All right, so you can go through the portal both, and you can see the portal from the other side.
It's at any and an outie.
Yes. But I didn't realise that's what you were trying to get at, but yes, it was able to pass through both ways.
Okay, so you won't get stuck there if you go through the portal. Alright.
I don't know, but Planetary, like, it's up to you. Like, this is speaking outside of the fucking, this is speaking as like the player, not as the fucking character. But I know that travelling between plane, well, whatever it is for different like fucking realm of existence can be troublesome if there's no way of getting back.
Well, that's why it's like, well, we can see the portal.
We want to check out stuff first, yeah. All right, okay, sorry. I forgot to say. Like, so when she goes through, right? So she said what she explains to me is that as the eye goes through, there, like, it was almost like, because obviously from this side there's just like a portal in the bottom of a cave floor, right? That you just kind of drop through, or whatever, or would drop through or swim through or whatever. But as the eye went through to the other side, it was hovering above the ground, like the floor, like the ocean floor. And there is a fixed gateway on the other side, like a stone portal. Yeah, like, you know, like a door, like a arched doorway type thing with a portal inside it on the other side, with, like, you know, the arcane runes and stuff to keep it open. And so there is, on the other side, it seems like it's more fixed than what's on this side. But she was able to pass through both ways. She didn't inspect too far on the other side, so she's only been through and had like a preliminary look. She was just reporting back what she, like, her initial findings were that, you know, not only is it the bottom of the ocean floor, there is seaweed, like giant seaweed stuff and big, what do you call it, corals and stuff like that. But like just that initial quick look around.
Well, the main thing we were after was, can we go through it, see what's on the other side, and can we come back through? And it's like, yes.
Seems like it.
But we don't actually have a way. If that portal goes, we don't have a way of getting back.
No, you don't.
Yeah, so that was what I was getting, like, on like out of character.
Yeah, no.
In character, Vorak's like, oh, fine, let's fucking go then. For me, I'm like, just remember, those players, those characters are smarter. That, you know, it could be risky if you can't get back.
That's why I'm thinking about it. This is great
Yeah.
because he's the one who's done plane traveling before. But when he did it in the past, he was just like, yeah, just
Has he got anything? Because Paladin's not like sometimes. I'm trying to think what it's fucking. It's called like Plan of Travel or something like that, isn't it?
yeah, but it's at level 20 and he's not level 20
Oh,
anymore. It's like,
right. Oh, that's a proper fucking. Yeah. Okay.
that's
And
what I mean.
now
So
you've
it's like,
had your soul.
yeah. Mm. So he would have had something, at, whatever it is at the high level spells of something, but yeah, he's not got that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't actually look at it. He only goes up to level 9th level spells. I don't think he.
No, there is only 9th level spells now, unless you make them up.
No,
Don't go any-
he only gets. Sorry, he only gets to use 5th level spells, not 9th.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. That's the highest you can get. So I don't think he does. So he must have had somebody doing it for him. I don't know. It was a.
Well, yeah, he wouldn't have just been on it. He'd have been, or not. Maybe he got help from a god or some shit. But also, the times were different back then. The gods weren't locked in a different fucking plane of existence back then, anyway. Maybe it was just,
What, you mean the movie?
It was a time of high magic. There were probably literally portals labeled fucking like, I don't know, the 9th level of hell, or Elysian Fields, and yeah, loads. There's probably easy back then. It was like, oh, like here to go slay some demons. And he was like, fucking have me some of that shit. Yes, please.
Yeah. He never had to corpse run, bizarrely.
No, 'cause isn't that what he's doing now?
Yeah, it's the longest corpse run ever.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that makes it a bit more risky, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you see, because like people like Rolder could have done it. Just saying.
Message roll. No, but he's too far away. Well, we don't even know where the fuck roll is.
Thing is, that's what I was asking, because I don't know what we've got, because there's been loads of shit been fucking given out. Actually, Sir Gregory would probably have an idea where he is if he said he was returning home, but I don't know how. Well, that's up to Dot really, because we didn't really talk about that. But how well they knew each other before?
Not particularly well. Just
right. So you probably met along whatever adventure journey this was, and then. So you probably wouldn't know where you might have a vague idea of where he'd come from, but not necessarily where he would have called home.
So we came to this island. One of the things we're doing, we were looking at the ship.
Yep.
The ship's been attacked and sunk. It should be repairable or salvageable, but it's there as it is.
I would say that probably Turgon and that are probably looking at it and trying to.
Yeah, but we come down here and there's no trace of anybody who was here previously, and yet we've just noticed that there's a portal to another dimension or something.
Well, there had been activity here.
Yeah, we
like because the bodies have disappeared, and there's also like fresh, well, not fresh, but there's been activity since you were last here.
All right,
because there's like bodies and bones.
Oh yeah, well the ship being damaged and everything, but not.
Yeah.
What I mean is, there's no body.
No,
here.
there's no one at the moment. No.
And what are we here for, again?
Weren't we just looking at for the boat or clues to?
There was.
We come up here because we try to find one of the seals of.
Yeah, the planking had mentioned that's what
yucky toes or something.
Yeah. Which I just noticed, and I think I did know about it. I'm sure Net linked something to me about it ages ago that the Critical Role have just done that, or not long ago.
What?
They returned to the Mighty Nine and doing the Okutoa.
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh,
they did
no, I
two-
didn't.
And it's like,
Yeah.
so now I'm like, well, I really can't look at any of that because I don't want any of my ideas to come from that. But also, is there a stat block? not that I would do that. Obviously, that's got nothing to do with what's happening.
I mean, is it urgent? There's no one here.
Hang on a minute. Mishi. Hang on a minute.
If we don't go through the portal,
Mm-hmm.
what are we gonna do?
So many ways into this place as well.
Yeah, but if we leave here and we don't go through the portal,
Okay. Toby's just going to keep his mouth shut. Right, okay. Sorry, go on.
I said the question I've got is if we don't go through the portal and we leave, where do we go?
We were planning to going to Palebank and Utadorn.
Well, I think there was, the Plant King had said something to Borgen, hadn't he?
Yeah, but Borgen's never told us what he said, so we're all just guessing. So it's something to do with something, and Borgen's never said anything. So
He didn't tell Borgen.
Yeah, he did. He personally addressed you about something.
Literally looked at you. I can't even remember the fucking words I used now.
No, but he
But
did.
he literally looked at you and said you might want to return. Something to do with your past or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he basically implied that you. But he said something about there's a great evil rising again in the north. That you might want to come back and head to fucking hell, Jesus. I remember my own shit now. My own bullshit. And go to
Yeah, I don't know if you actually-
didn't
yeah.
it?
to Uralis.
Yes. With the
Which
U.
you, Borgen, would know was once, because Uthodurn, the peoples of Uthodurn, the dwarves and the elves, Uthodurn itself is becoming crowded, yeah? As you all noticed last time you were there, it was really crowded there. So that's what Palebank's all about. He's trying to find a new outpost somewhere else to live, for people to live, right? Yeah. Uralis was their first attempt at that. The whole place ended up failing to keep hold of it or whatever, for whatever reason, and it's now essentially been left to ruin.
And where was it? Or is it?
Oh, hang on. I'll fucking move you onto the same map.
I think you actually did show us where the fuck it was.
I hope this is the right map. So you should be able to see it right there.
Oh, Uralis. It's there.
Yeah.
So it's past Uthodurn.
We said like you said something. I asked if you wanted to buy anything while we were at fucking or do anything at Icehaven. I think it was. You said if there was anything you wanted, you'd probably wait until Uthodurn anyway.
Yeah.
Then obviously use a light here at the minute.
Hmm.
The thing is, if we go back to Palebank, we have to walk from Palebank to Uthodurn. Actually, would Borgen know if is there just one way into Uthodurn, or do they have like 2 exits?
There will be 2 exits.
There's several ways in that route done.
So, is there like a way for us to come out on the other side of the mountain, like in this kind of area?
There are other ways out of Uthodurn, yes.
Yeah, but the other way's out of Uthodurn is through the Underdark. So
There are also other ways underground out of Uthodurn, yeah.
Shit! Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
One could say that they've dug too deep. No, they didn't dug. They haven't dug too deep yet. But that's the thing, you see. if they can't find a new fucking outpost to set up and move people to, they might end up digging too deep, and we all know what happens then.
Yes.
Yeah, you get water ingress and things.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're a bit too close to the Dark Elves, and nobody wants that. And then, like, you know, subsidence and stuff. And you don't want a mountain subsidence. That's a real pain in the ass to fucking sort out. Anyway, so what do you want to do?
I want to go through the portal, but I also just want to go over to the
I want to
portal.
Yeah, I want to go through the portal too, but I don't think we have the means if something happens that we can't come back. That's the thing. So probably going Palebank is the safer choice.
Laura thinks we should just fucking have a look.
Of course he fucking does.
No.
Just a little look. And holds up his fingers. Going 4 fingers. Just stick your head through and have a look.
No.
Borgen says we'll need to get back to Ufadin, so...
Why?
Yeah, we don't know, do we? I can.
Before it's giving him the squinty eyes again, he's looking hard at you.
The Plank King told me that something bad is coming back, about my past is coming back. I need to know what.
Why didn't you tell us earlier? I'm gonna smack him in the cheek.
Knocks him straight out. Oh shit.
Sorry.
So I need to confirm what it is in my mind before it informs what it might be.
Could have told us. We could prepare for it.
Yeah. What kind of thing might it be?
One second.
I'll go pee while he checks his shit.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to open my nose now so I can tell Liam that he's got his wrong. Oh. That's up to you, mate. I'll just say that I'm not like giving anything away, but that's like at the end of the day, the Plank King said something to Borgen. How he interprets that is however you think he would interpret that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was purposefully left that way. That was for you to interpret. So I'm not saying yes or no.
A maybe.
Maybe. Yes? No? Maybe.
The only thing that comes to mind was a mission I was on. But I swear that he was dead. It was
Good enough.
We were set out to kill a necromancer using dark magic to bring back the dead.
That's generally what necromancers do. Wow,
Okay.
really?
To take down Ufadin.
But don't good clerics bring back the dead too?
Yes.
But he
Yeah,
was
but
using
different.
So what's that? This is where so what's actually the difference between a necromancer and a cleric then?
This one was going to raise an army to take down Ufadin.
Tell you what, if you want to know what the difference is, anybody that wants to try and answer that question, they can make a religion check if they want.
Well, I think everyone's just like,
No.
Vorak's like, I'm fucking no.
yeah.
He's literally fucking.
So Gregor was just like pointing his finger and just saying, it's because Quiet just keeps pointing his finger and just saying, pointed his finger and like,
Dvorak's like, What was, anyway, what was your story?
No.
Punches weren't for confusing him.
Doesn't Shin know? Because he got a 20.
Yeah, shut up a minute. Right, so essentially, obviously the difference is, as Shin would know, as he's going to point out to Worm, that the difference is that necromancers take souls and... Actually, no, they don't even... No, they just animate the dead, don't they? Do they use souls?
Isn't that more like Lich Things? With the
I don't even... cause I don't think the zombies and that, they don't have souls, do they? Or they take them and corrupt them and use them for their own means.
It's
Whereas
dead.
clerics just put fucking souls back into the bodies. Essentially.
Yeah, zombies are animated dead. They're not really in there. They're just core drive, though, innit? Must eat brains or humans.
Only humans, though.
oh, when Shin does
Everybody
that
else is
puppet
fine.
shit, is he not like doing the same thing?
Who? Have we seen him do
What?
that?
Does what? His werewolfy thing?
No,
No.
the puppet thingy shit that he does. Is that
Oh,
not literally
isn't
the
that-
same thing?
have we seen him do that?
Not yet.
No, we talked about it.
Yeah, so the difference is that one of them does that.
So what's the difference there then?
Well,
Well, what was this necromancer trying to do with these deads?
No.
Liam's like, fuck's sake, Jay. Stop making me read me fucking notes.
no.
No, he's more like, I don't have notes on that.
So I lost those ones. I can't remember actually whether we talked about that.
I don't think we did it. We can just
Don't make me slap you too.
Hang on a minute. So you know, right? This is just for. So you know that this was at, an outpost near the Savalier Woods, right? You know it wasn't Uthadurn last time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So Right, no, there wasn't anything said about who or what. No, there was nothing said about. I haven't said anything to you about what he was trying to do. So Borgin doesn't necessarily know what he was trying to do. You just know that he was animating deads. Get that fucking... Stop clicking the boat. Do you want me to move it? Can I move it? There you go.
It's there! Oh my god, it's magic.
Just crash straight into the side of the island. Fuck it. That's how we park, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how we do it anyway, isn't it? Just make sure it doesn't
Wow.
die.
Everybody off! Abandon ship! I'm drowning! Right, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah.
Pale bank.
Then Worm asked a really poignant question. How'd everybody go for a second before Shin?
Do I finish the story?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you were telling your story, that's right. About what you think it might be.
Sorry, that was off.
Worm distracted us.
What?
They set off on a mission to go stop this necromancer. However, on encounter, he cast a spell, and a friend of mine, and I pull out the necklace. And
Oh, it's your boyfriend!
he jumped in front of the spell and took it from me. His name was... It was a dwarf called Fendor. He's stuck dead. And at that point, while Nexus was laughing, we all lunged towards him and stabbed him, leaving him for dead. But now, I'm unsure if he was dead or not.
Wasn't that one of your characters? Yeah, sorry, go on.
Doc's just silently seething. It's like, oh,
No, I'm not.
you
I'm not.
did
It's
it.
like, no, that's actually, yeah, that's what he would have done.
Yeah,
Although
yeah.
normally he would
yeah.
have actually like just like, took it and carried on. But you know,
Yeah,
I'll
this
let
guy-
you live that fantasy. That
And Doc is just currently on like booking a train to go somewhere.
Oh, it's in keeping with his character. Apart from the dying bit.
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like nope.
No, it bounced off him is what happened.
Showed his
Everything
mighty
else.
chest.
Alright.
So that's who you were kissing.
I'm meant to laugh when you're saying that. It's sad. I'll say it again, but without laughing.
Oh, so
Good.
that's how you were kissing.
He was like a brother to me.
Clearly not.
I don't kiss my brother.
Yeah, I don't kiss my brother. Wait, my sister. Ugh. I punch her in the arm.
Ah!
Fight!
I flinched. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, so.
If
So-
he has
so-
risen again, we will need to kill him at all costs.
Well, hang on a minute. So I got to remember who I'm playing. So I don't think he actually knows any. Do you know what? Actually, Voight's got nothing to say. Yeah, Voight's just like, well, yeah, we're just killing properly this time. Voight doesn't know anything about fucking any of that shit.
Do I know anything about necromancers?
Make a religion check, I guess.
So have we now got multiple quests? I'm just asking this as a
You
question.
don't know much
just to-
about necromancy. It's not really something that was discussed much.
No, makes sense. Yeah, it seems like it. I was thinking now, if we're leaving here, maybe we should block off the anus.
Worm don't know nothing about necromancy, and the security probably does.
He'd probably know that there were ways for those that dabbled in the arts to come back, and that to keep them dead if they were doing stuff like that is a bit difficult. Unless you find certain things.
So I'm saying, have we actually? This is talking out of character. Have we got multiple quests we're on now? We've got the,
Plank King's asked you to have a look at for signs or anything to do with Ukatoa and the Seals of Ukatoa. Borgen's kind of got a mission to do with
going and looking at this.
having a look, see what this place is. That's also from the Plank King. I feel like there was something else.
But I can
But other than your own personal shit that you might want to deal with or not, I'm trying to think that I thought there was something. Obviously they need to return and tell them about
Remorse crew.
talking to the Plank King and stuff.
Oh,
Um,
I can always send them some.
No, we could go back to Pearl because that's what's her face, Sophina and everyone. They were tasked with going and sorting it out, so they could actually come back to Pearlbank, speak to whatever that guy is. I can't remember his name now. And
The one you wanted
explain-
to talk to last time, Liam. Your boss.
And they can come back and say, yeah, we actually went there and we've kind of learned quite a lot, and we don't believe there's anything to be concerned with.
Elro.
Elrond.
No,
Elro.
Elro. Not Elron. Fucking hell.
Elrond?
He's not cool. He's not a cool old elf.
No, that sounds good though. Because they said to report back, because if they didn't, they were like MAI. MEA?
AWOL.
Oh, no.
Well, they were not AWOL because they actually knew that they were sending them.
What
there,
else?
not
What else?
fifth
were
one.
we
Yeah, but
looking
it was
into?
kind
Was
of...
there-
It was kind of under the radar, though, that they were leaving.
Hmm.
So
is
if
it
they
just
didn't return... Sorry.
Oh, but see, this is where it gets confusing because I don't know what you know. I can't remember what you know.
Laura
But nothing.
knew it.
So, no, that's what I was saying. But there's like no, as in like. Obviously, I have a loose idea of where things are going. I also have an idea of what's going on in the world at the moment and all that shit. But he's trying to remember what information you've got. So you right. So you were told by. So the last big thing that happened was that you met with the Plant King, right?
Yes.
And there was all that talking, and then that weird little fucking blip that happened with the fog. Shit got a bit crazy.
Mm.
But then the Plant King said, "Look, let's fucking work together and build some trust, yeah? Let's try and build some trust." So he asked you, he's given Borgin some information and said, and then basically said to the rest of you, whilst you're up there dealing with this shit, why don't you have a look around for me and see if there's any, like, if you can dig up any more information on these seals.
Okinawa seals.
Yeah.
I
But I don't think I thought I was thinking there was something else. Like,
No, I think that's pretty much the two things that we currently got going on.
yeah.
So
I have a feeling that this portal might have something to do with this Okinawa seal stuff.
yeah,
But-
but I also don't think we have the means of dealing.
So I'm
with
just gonna make a drink and shit while you talk stuff.
Yeah,
through.
but we can discuss it.
Yeah.
But I think we're a little bit under-equipped to be jumping through a portal to
No, I totally fucking agree.
water
I don't
plane.
I don't think we have the means of, if there's something down there that makes it so that we can't return, because there was another like a door kind of thing. Yeah.
But saying
Might-
that, I don't know where else we go.
Well, we can
to,
go
to get no. What I mean
Uther.
is to improve our situation with that.
There's a
so I don't
library in
know.
Uther.
Yeah,
So,
but that's to learn something. But what it means is it's not going to increase our power in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be like, okay, you might be able to deal with something like that. That's what I mean. We're not going to be able to do something like that. I don't think. So we know about it. We can put a do not enter sign or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if we can, like, maybe do a cave in.
No, we don't do a cave in. We just leave
No,
some
yeah.
people at the ship who try to recover the other ship. Keep them
some
armed.
of our crew.
Yeah, because they can. We've got 2 ships,
So are you thinking the people?
so we
the
can use the.
NPC?
No, we can leave Turgan here to lead them, for example. We can go send everyone else back with the small ship. Go back to Palebank, so Sylphina can explain what happened and how we dealt with the Plant King. We don't have to mention where Turgan is. He can keep the 20 whatever crew, which should be a handle, whatever they're called, Safwagin. If they attack, they're not going to be able to do anything if someone comes through the portal. But if someone comes through the portal, then they just sail away, just leave, come towards Palebank.
No way.
But the rest of us can make our way to Uthadern while they're staying in that in Kaltcell and trying to salvage their ship, because we need parts of the ship to build the other ship.
That actually sounds really good.
Potentially.
Yeah, but that sounds good. If we sail away off the Purple Worm.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's what you mean, that we're sailing away on the Purple Worm and we're leaving behind our crew.
Yeah.
And Turgan. Yeah. No, I think that sounds good, actually.
Vorak is going to ask Worm. Whilst you're all having this conversation, he's not listening at all. He's going to ask Worm, if his water friend might be able to help us.
Done in the
Got that useless useless guy. I don't think I've still got the horn, have I?
Mm-hmm.
I've not got it on me. I've not got it on me character sheet.
It didn't disappear or anything.
I thought he took it.
I thought,
I think that's
No.
it. I used it once.
No,
It's done.
he just said his you do, like can I? He basically was just like, you all good now? Can I? And then said he basically had to get back to his home. He had to get back.
I've not got it on my character sheet. That's why I've got a load of other things, but I've not got that. So I should
okay.
still have the con.
Yes, you should still have. You still have. I don't whether it'll work or not. This is Vorak just asking a question. Whether it'll work or not a second time.
If it was a conch of teleportation, that's what it was, wasn't it?
No,
What the hell is that?
it wasn't.
This item is an odd conch that was inscribed.
It was a special. I think that's why it wasn't there because it was a special item. It was just something that was
yeah, you
given
can
to you by
add
the water genie thing. The married.
rod. Married. Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't put it. So it's just I had it written down as just as a shell. So I haven't got that on my character sheet anymore. No, so I've still got that, but so I could call him. But I'm just trying to work out what we actually might be doing. So I think the ship was fairly well supplied, the main ship.
Yes.
So they should be able to stay there and they'll be able to get stuff from fishing and other stuff. Because I don't think, did you say there was not all the dried foods and everything that were there have all gone?
Yeah, pretty much anything that was
Yeah,
had
I think
pretty much gone. Yeah, and it was just like cloth and stuff, but most of that was rotten anyway because it had been.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
they can spend some time trying to salvage the ship, refloat it, whatever it is they're going to do. They can fortify the place, knowing that there's a portal and there's access to the sea. So that tunnel or those steps down or something, they can kind of defend that or something.
Right.
Leave Turgon there in charge because he's going to be the one who's going to be most helpful with trying to salvage the ship.
He's
And
also
the rest of us-
an old soldier and all.
And we can also take the purple worm back to Palebank and speak to Elmo, whatever his name is.
Fuck's sake.
Well, I honestly, I've not quite. My brain's not quite grasped it, and it's just like begins with E.
I think you were calling him Elmo last time as well. That's
Whatever, that's what it's like. Whatever Elmo.
it's what his fucking name is now.
Well, isn't that the name out of Temple of Elemental Evil? The guy you got is Elmo. I'm sure he is. He's like one of the main contacts. Anyway,
Yeah.
so we'll go there, and then we can make a decision that we go on to Etherdurn or not. At
Yeah, I
least
think
we
it-
know we can get back to Calcel at some point. It takes us about a week to travel to Etherdurn.
I think that was all the way to Cyrinlia. Oh, you mean on foot?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure we walked on foot last time.
something like that. Yeah, it's roughly it's about a week. Because obviously you got to go up into the mountains a bit as well.
Hmm.
No, I think that sounds good.
That's what you want to do.
And I think that is the.
So, right. Wait a minute. What? Right. Oh, so you're taking the smaller ship back to Palebank.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
taking the purple worm.
Right, got you. Yeah, sorry, I got
More
fucking.
about
I was like, you can't sail the fucking big one without all the crew, but then they will stay. Right, yeah.
Yep.
Right, so the crew and Turgon are staying to
Yeah.
to do what they can to salvage it. Like I think he's essentially saying that he can probably get it floating and so you can get it back to Palebank if you want to get it fitted out. But he doesn't know what. Obviously, initially he's thinking that you want to use it.
Yeah.
So he can get it back to so you can get it back to Palebank where they can get it out of the water and fix it properly. if that's what you want, or if you're specifically saying you want to just salvage it, it's.
Well, you know what I mean. Get it.
You want to get it.
Clean
You want to get it
water,
watertight enough
yeah.
to get it back to somewhere where you can sort of do what you want with it. Right.
Yeah.
So he says he can do that in probably about a week, if he's got the rest of the crew with him. But obviously it might take a bit longer if anything happens.
Well, that's fine. So we could stay with them. They could do that. They could be able to defend themselves. We can go and take the Purple Worm to Palebank with the rest of the original crew. That we can speak to
Elmo.
Elmo. But then they can stay in Palebank, and we can then go to Uthodurn and have a look at Oralis if we need
Yeah.
to. Which I think that seems like a
All right. Well,
more
suppose the other
sensible
thing- I suppose
thing
the other
than
thing-
just jumping head first through a portal to a.
I
different
mean, I was
world.
going to say that's the other thing as well. Is you might be able to talk to, potentially talk to somebody at Uthodurn that can.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned to Doc, is that there's a library in Uthodurn.
There's also a really powerful mage in Cyrinlia. But there are also, I mean, Borgin will know that there's magicians and magic users of various types throughout Uthodurn, so there might be some way, if you can convince somebody to help you, or
Well, we've got to go to Cyrinlia
find
anyway
something
because
that can help teleport you.
Well, that's why we've got to go to Cyrinlia anyway to sort out the ice. But that's not highest priority. It's just important.
That's not the highest priority for Worm, I don't believe.
It was until every night he swims in his chest full of gold. So it's like fine.
I'm alright at the minute. It can wait. Every time, when we take Worm's breakfast in the morning, he's laid in his chest full of gold.
No, you don't know. You never see him doing that. It's just like every time we go in there, it's just like this molded shape in the thing. It's like, what's that in?
Oh, that's a weird way to store your gold. Right, okay. Alright. So, you're going back to Palebank.
Yes, I
Okey
think that
dokey.
is the plan.
So, my calculations, which will be terrible. So, this is 200. 70. So, 3. Probably about 4 days to get back to Palebank.
Yep.
Seems about right to me. We'll do it in one fucking shot then. We'll do weather. Is shockingly fucking bad. So good luck. Like really fucking bad. Like this is the end of summer storm, really far in the fucking north where it's freezing cold all the fucking time. Anyway, it's not fun for anybody apart from the twins who think it's fucking great fun.
I've got to take my bonus off me sailing.
Yes, because you haven't got the crew with you. But is
You have
Sophina with you?
Sophina.
Yeah.
So you do get an advantage.
Yeah, and I'm just saying I get the minus the 2, but I get advantage on it. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. More than makes up for difficult conditions, almost like they didn't fucking exist. Other than everybody being soaking wet and
I'm used to
freezing cold.
used to sail on a bigger ship. You see, it's like,
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck's this?
in fact, it is like that.
Yeah.
Actually, when you get used to sailing on the big ship, you go on the small one. It's like, whoa, this is rubbish.
Somehow feels like it's going faster, even though it's going slower.
It
Word up.
goes all over the place. It won't keep a straight line or anything.
No. Okay, plain sailing all the way. No
Fuck
issues, nothing to see. However, as you draw close to Palebank, at a distance, spotted first by who the fuck's one? Who's the one in the fucking bird's name? Brenora.
Brianora.
Who first of all calls out that, like, you know, she can see land ahead, but then goes very quiet, which is unusual for her. She's normally fucking running her mouth all fucking day, like a kid. Something's wrong. Something's very wrong. And as you draw closer, you see there's no signs of life.
What?
The small harbour area, as you draw closer,
What?
the whole place is colder. The harbour itself is frozen solid. As you get even closer, you notice that the buildings themselves are frozen solid. In fact, the whole village is frozen solid.
What?
Buildings shattered. Not broken, not smashed down, but shattered from the cold. Chunks of ice and frost damage everywhere.
Oh,
And not a
no.
living being as you pull into the harbour to be
Oh
seen.
no! Oh no! Oh shit!
Right, anyway, you're the two carrying or wearing dragon leather armor and shit. Anyway, let's see ya.
I'm glad we-
Let's fucking
Well,
go.
turns the
I'm
ship
glad
around
we all
and
thought
sails
about that.
back to
But-
Calcel.
Sharok just fucking slings her shield. She's like, nah, fuck it, I'm good. Let's
I
go.
mean, does it look natural? Like,
Wow. So this is as you're This is as you're coming into dock. Yeah, you're not
Mhm.
quite. This is what you can see as you're coming in. These are the first signs of the whatever fucking devastation that you can see. So if you want to try and work it out from the distance as you're slowly inching your way in, I'm guessing you kind of slow down a bit at this point. You can make a what do you call it? Perception check, I guess. Or well, does it look natural?
Yeah.
Nature or survival? I'd go nature.
okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Also, anybody else that's looking.
Yeah, look at us.
To be fair, if anybody's going to know whether this kind of fucking frost shit is natural or not, it's going to be the twins, isn't it?
What's it called? That permafrost, isn't it? That bad
Yeah.
frost.
But Borgen's in shock. It's most decidedly not fucking natural. You can actually see like almost like spikes that have erupted from the ground or outwards, like away or out at weird angles. Like there's like push through buildings and stuff like that. In fact, as you get closer, like as you then get even closer, the devastation is made even more real by the fact that there are things that look like frozen statues that are shattered.
What
All over
the
the place.
fuck? Shit. Well,
Right, let's go through the portal then to the other dimension. I think that's safer.
Is this like when Doc pulled out that red dragon?
I'd rather fight a red dragon because I think I know what this is.
I think I know what this is.
Don't think Borgen does.
Morgan's like, shit, that was a bad storm. Fitting that the weather was so bad on the way here, huh?
Oh. Shit.
You're lucky I only rolled a 12 on the encounter table.
Oh.
But you might have been at sea. Anyway, what would you like to do as you slowly inch your way into the ice-bound harbour? You can't even get to the dock.
Yeah, but we have our
This is
own
this is
ice
like
crusher.
this is like what do you call it? This is like when you were at Ice Haven or whatever it's fucking called, where you have to kind of get off and walk across the ice to get to the dock. Back last time round.
the ice last time.
That's true. Yeah, I can do that if you want. We don't mind.
Are we docking?
Like the rest of the original crew, probably including Borgen, are just kind of. Well, I don't know. Borgen can react however he wants, but the rest of the like Torby and Sylphina, Brenora, just like the quietest. They're just kind of pale with shock. Although Sylphina's always pale, but so and Brenora. You know what I fucking mean?
Yeah.
There's that kind of like moment of disbelief at what they're seeing.
Oh shit. Yeah. Two terrible options. Hmm.
What's Kravarad?
Well, how far are you planning to run? Wait, Craver. What? Oh, oh, Borgen would know what that is. I believe. I do need to double check. The thingy.
That looks like
Where's my wild map?
okay. No.
Well,
Volcano
yeah,
is-
I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that's. Let me find it rather than fucking give you bad information. Green Wildlands. Oh, crap. Yes. Okay. So Borgen would know that Kravarad is a volcano that looms at the heart of the Flotkept Alps. Perpetual streaks of dark smoke rise up from it and blend with the heavy steam from the trails of molten rock that cool against the surrounding ice. It is in terms of what Borgen would know about it. It is basically the home of the fire giants in the north.
Oh, okay.
The Cinderrest Sanctum. Is that the same thing? Because I'm trying to look at the map. There's only one door.
Right. Hang on. I don't think. Right.
I'm assuming those two are essentially the same thing. One of them's
They're on the same mountain. They're on the same volcano.
right. That's all.
Kravarad is the home of the fire giants who live in the volcano. There is a hang on a minute. Yeah, it is. This is right. So there's a shrine there, as far as Borgen knows, an old dwarven shrine that's watched over by the Dust family. That'll mean nothing to any of the others but Net. So there is also on that mountain, it's like a dwarven temple, but it's kind of like a forge as well because they're dwarves, right? That's what they do. So it's a temple to both Melora and Moradin. But yeah, that's basically obviously this is outside of our game, but that's where Fjord had his
They threw the thing into the thing.
yeah, where he threw his sword, his packed weapon into the volcano, and then lost his pact, and then yeah, but also how the new sword reformed. But anyway, so there is also a dwarven temple on there of sorts, or a temple that's to the dwarven gods Melora. No, because Melora's not a dwarven god, is she? Hang on a minute, let me read that again. Oh yeah, it is.
Huh.
Well, no, I don't think she's actually a dwarven god, but she is a god that. So. There is worship to both of them there, but that's because it's like Melora granting stone and ore from below ground to Moradin the Allhammer for him to. So it's the joint
Okay.
kind of appreciation of both of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yes, there is Cinderrest Sanctum on the slopes of the volcano. But then there are deep within the volcano, the Kravarad, which is where the fire giants live.
So it looks as though it's like erupted then.
What?
What, a volcano's erupted and covered Pale Bank in ice? No. Right. So what everybody else has worked out, Liam, is that way back in history, you all killed a little baby dragon.
Yeah.
Well, not quite a baby, but you know, you killed a young dragon. And then later on, when you were like prancing around in the armor that was made out of its skin, a couple of people, including Grandma, said to you, "I'll be fucking careful."
Yeah.
Because if it was still attached to its mother, she's not going to be happy about this. And they're white dragons, they're like supreme hunters, and they won't stop at anything to find you. Yeah? Which everybody kind of was just like, yeah, alright. However, you've now just arrived back in Palebank, and the whole place is decimated by ice. The whole place is frozen, and it's not natural. There's buildings that have not been broken or knocked down, but they've been crushed, shattered. There's bodies, well, there are frozen people that are no longer people because they're frozen and shattered, spread around the place. Apart from one or two that are obviously still standing but look like they're running away, because, you know, you got to do that so that they know for definite that that's what's happening. So what everybody else has worked out at this point is that Mummy's turned up here in a bad fucking mood.
Uh-huh.
And it might be our fault. Although I would say that her kid attacked us, so... I mean, she could be a bit more fucking reasonable.
It was self-defense, dude.
There was self-defense, apart from that bit where it tried to fly away and...
Yeah. Shit.
What I was saying is you were warned.
You were.
Yeah, but we weren't warned before we fought the baby dragon.
No. That is true.
That's kind of the wrong time to warn somebody after you've done
Ha!
something.
Look what we did! You did what? What didn't you tell me before? Think you needed to be told not to?
Yes.
To be fair,
Well, I
though-
was actually hiding. I didn't want to fight
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it's
literally
true.
was hiding, and somebody caused the problem.
Well, you know, it's one of those things. Life's not fucking fair, is it? However, feel free to go and find Mummy and tell her
It was
it
Shiloh's
wasn't your
fault.
fault.
This was all a big misunderstanding.
So anyway, you've arrived at Palebank. You've sort of bumped up against the frozen harbour.
Yeah.
There is frozen devastation everywhere. People in shock. Maybe somebody needs to explain to Shin what this might have been. Which is why I've just had to explain to Liam what this might be. What would you like to do?
I would like to pee. Thank you.
Oh, go on then.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, and Morgan tells Shin that we killed the dragon. Because Shin remembers us mentioning the dragon when we first got on the ship.
You're literally stood there in white dragon scale armor.
Yep. Well, the dragon attacked us when we were peacefully going to Ufadern. So all we could do is fight back. Well, yeah, naturally. So... I know
I love how you're having the conversation with you. Sorry, I just realized. Go on.
So you're just prancing around and it's basically its child's skin. Yeah, pretty much. It saved me a couple of times. So, yeah. So you don't think that's just going to anger the mother even more? That he was skinned the baby alive? He's found the
Would
cult of the king.
it not have made more sense to like dye it black? And then just say, no, it definitely wasn't your kid at all, because it's obviously black. It's a black dragon.
Unless the daddy cheated.
Hey.
Vorak's going to jump off the boat and go and snoop around. I would take you to the map. Well, I'll take you to the map that we've got, but I don't know if we need to though, because I mean, it's not like it doesn't look devastated. I can't even fucking find it now. I don't even know if I still got it. I mean, I could put you on it, and you just can have a little fucking. But it doesn't look like it does. Oh no! Look! Oh no! Oh look at these characters! Look at these little babies down here! Look. Oh,
Babies!
oh yeah, hang on a minute.
Oh, look at the little
The mu-
baby.
Oh look, the music's wrong. What's the saddest one? Actually, that wasn't too bad. That can stay on. What was it? Because it's not a fishing village anymore. Because
I was going to say, who are all these fishermen?
Who's this? Where's this fucking noise coming from? What was it? What was it? Must have been. Must have been.
That
Not
one.
s- Oh, there it is. Sure, it's that one. And not that one. Get rid of all these fucking markers. You don't need them. Nothing there.
The music was up in here in the north.
Why can't I get rid of half these fucking markers? Are they on different layers?
Maybe.
Probably.
Are they on like? Oh no, because if I do that, it's going to delete the whole fucking.
Oh, did you draw it right on the map?
I think I might have done.
That
Oh fuck it, they can stay.
doesn't matter.
You should still be able to select them.
Yeah, but not without accidentally deleting the entire fucking map, which I will do because I know I might. So they can fucking stay there.
Just
It's
move
fine.
the map. Just go to the map layer, move the picture to one side, delete them, and then
God.
drag the pictures back
You
again.
have to do fucking everything. Fucking hell.
You do have to do everything, quite literally, because you're the GM and we're not.
I can't move the map far enough to get to that one. There we go. So not all of them are on the same fucking. Oh, do you know what this is?
No.
Do you know what I've done? I put there's the ones that are on the layer, and then there's that I drew. I must have just drew them on for use afterwards rather than moving them to a different layer. I can't fucking. Right, so it's not on that layer.
Holy, you're getting through. You're finding them all. It's awesome. What's that silly square about there? Oh, there's another one down the bottom.
I have no idea. Thing is, if I go off,
It's gone.
I don't even know where these other ones are. Yeah, can you see any more?
You've all gone.
No.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I've done. I've put a load on the GM layer, and then just redrawn them for you to see. Oh fucking hell!
Well, so
Aw,
you
the
could
thing-
you've still got them.
Yeah, I've still got every single one of them because they were just another one on top.
Oh,
What's?
they're gone.
Yeah, alright, I'll put the map back in a minute. I'll just delete these because it'll piss me off otherwise. But one of them's in a really awkward fucking position. Oh, I got it. Right, okay. Oh, now I've got to come back to the map layer. Oh, thought I got it right first time then. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, everything's fucking perfect. Right.
Yeah.
Remember, this is north. Because that's how it's fucking set up. I haven't got your boat, but I can put you.
Oh, I think we need to, unless you're going to have a fight here, which we definitely.
Well, no,
not gonna
no,
have a
I
fight
mean,
here, so- definitely no fight taking place here.
There's nothing here. No, the place is fucking devastated. Vorek's going to get off and have a fucking snoop around. Wait, he's just going to start looking around because. I mean, he has to because like it's the check that it would be. Because he's already done his nature check. Fuck it, we'll do survival.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. Just to his sister, because it's obviously even Vorak recognised this might be a tender moment for certain people. It's like says his sister as quietly as he can, so really loud. He goes, "I think this was a dragon, definitely." And he kind of starts pointing out. He points out things like, you know, where you can see what's clearly a tail that's like smashed through buildings, and you can see massive like claw rakes through some of the ice on the roads and stuff like that. The whole place is devastated. I mean, obviously, this is representative of the village, but the village is slightly bigger than this, and there isn't a building left standing. Like, this is like almost like fucking. I can't think of the right fucking word for it. This is this goes beyond something stopping by and just fucking going like being in a rage and stomping around a bit and flying off. This is. Like, after that, has literally gone around everywhere and fucking made sure that everything's fucking smart. This is literally leaving no stone unturned.
Palebank has revolving guards, doesn't it, from Uthodurn?
Does.
Okay.
Well, so there are patrols. Here, I'll show you, because Borgin knows this, so it's probably knowledge amongst the group anyway at this point. If I can fucking move right, so there is a patrol. They have patrols all around.
Yeah, because we went all through the patrol towers, didn't we?
Yeah. So there is a. Oh, hang on a minute. So there is a patrol that basically circles the crystal sands to some extent. So so let's say it starts at Uthodurn, yeah. Mm-hmm. The patrol kind of goes along here, down along the top of the Sevelier Wood here, yeah. Up past the mountains here, and along here, and around, and all the way back round to Palebank. And there's a road that leads all the way around, and then back all the way back down to Uthodurn on this side. And that's there is a patrol that does that all the way around this, basically around the Crystal Sands Tundra. There used to be one that used to go around the Rhine Plains, but it's a bit dangerous down there now.
Do we know anyone in military position in Uthodurn?
Well, I mean, Borgin. Yeah.
Yeah, but we know of the Centaur woman, Minotaur woman, but I don't think we spoke to her. We just know of her because she actually has a real glass blade. That's all I remember.
Which is a massive fucking axe strapped to her back, yeah.
Yeah. But me personally don't really know anyone of military.
The group, as a group, we don't, but Borgin does. Borgin is part of the Glassblades.
Yeah, I know. It's more about me doing ascending.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because if this is the state of Palebank, and we've been to Earthdurn, if she's actually picking up her ascent, the only people I can think about is Borgin's siblings that we can get in contact with.
I'd say you probably have a better chance at contacting them than her because you knew them best. Like you saw her kind of in passing as you went past.
Yeah, I just know of her, not talk to her.
Well, she's the arms master. She's a trainer, so you saw her out training like new recruits, sort of thing.
Yes,
like, out on
exactly.
Yeah.
But
only as you were walking past.
We've never spoken. That's the thing. We've never spoken. I know of her, but we never spoken. Yeah. So I think you're right there. And the best shot is checking in on Uthodurn and with Borgin's siblings and doing ascending and maybe hear what they know, what if anything happened to Palebank. Well, we know, but inform them what happened to Palebank, and maybe be on the lookout. So that's what I want to do. I want to get in contact with let's say his sister again, because I'm good with that. Fucked it up last time. Palebank destroyed dragon. Ice dragon. How is Uthodurn? It's 25 words, isn't it? Any side of dragon. That's it.
Okay. Alright. So you get back from the sister.
I think she's replying.
Liam, just roll a d20.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. She tells you that, but in as few words as possible, although she doesn't really understand the sending thing. But she says that yes, there's definitely oh fucking hell, what's her name? Gelladon. Has been basically terrorizing the countryside looking for you lot, essentially, as far as they know. And she doesn't know whether you should return to Uthadun at the moment. Uthadun's shut down. Or locked down, if you like. There's no patrols going out, nobody's leaving the city. The city's sealed. It's definitely a fucking big dragon. And it's definitely Gelladon, like, literally on a fucking rampage, essentially. They know about Palebank, and she doesn't know whether Borgin should return or not.
I inform this information to the rest of the group. Shit, we fucking
you get the impression that they're not necessarily her, but there's blame's being laid at certain people's feet at the moment.
Alright,
But obviously she tries to get that across, but obviously she's got like 25 fucking words, so that's... I don't know how she gets that across, but there's...
Probably just a scream, just a long...
yeah. Ah! You're like, so I don't know whether we should go back.
Yeah.
It's almost certainly a dragon.
We've killed a dragon, we killed the dragon turtle. How hard could it be?
I gotta be honest, like Vorak is all about fucking putting a stop to this. Vorak is he enjoyed his time at Palebank. He didn't know, like, you know, he wasn't like great friends with any of the people here, but you know, he got the people were alright. They were friendly people. They didn't treat, you know. And this is fucking wrong. They didn't have anything to do with what happened. Alright? She's got a fucking problem. Why did she come to it? That's Vorak's way of thinking. It's like, what the fuck? What was all this about? If she was trying to piss me off, she's fucking done it. Well done. Now I'm gonna fucking kill her. That is Vorak. That is Vorak through and through on this. There is no, and I mean, you can try and change his mind if you just really want to, but Vorak is dead set on finding her and killing her.
Well, I did just say what Worm just said.
Well, exactly, yeah. So,
how hard could it be?
Dragon hunted us.
Because this worm head thing on the ship's getting a little bit.
Yeah. Even like a purple worm's head out in that salt spray and storms and stuff for this long is starting to.
You know, maybe we could replace it with.
We got a tracker though, don't we?
I'm assuming by this point that everybody's come off the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Borgin and Brenora and Sylphina. Look you over all of you and say, so, where does she live? I thought unlimber my axe, thinking that she's gonna be fucking like 10 feet away. I'm gonna go and run over and stab her with my axe. What am I even carrying now? Anyway, have I even got an axe anymore? No, I think I'm back to a hammer, aren't I? Unlimbering my hammer, obviously. My axe hammer.
I got like a long hammer.
You gotta stab her with your hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking watch me, straight up the cloaca or whatever you fucking call it. Because that's what dragons have, that's what lizards have, isn't it? And birds. They just shit, piss, and lay eggs out the same hole.
They should have some knowledge because they're from the area.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Yes. Okay. I mean, they do have an idea of where she's from, yeah. So, essentially, obviously no one knows for certain, but there is a strong belief that she has a, what do you call it now?
Nest.
A hoard?
A hoard, yeah, that's one.
A home somewhere around the Mythborough.
So Gregory puts his hand on Sharag's shoulder and says, "I think you want to let your how do you refer
grandma.
to a grandma? Let your grandma know."
I will.
Or it's like, why? She's not going to fight. Or mine? Yeah.
I would love to see Grandma fight. Okay, so I'm gonna just sit down, like a meditation state, and go sending to Grandma and tell her that what's going on here, and we might go after the mom. Maybe she has some advice. Maybe she has some help.
In fact,
Does
Sir
she-
Gregory says, tell her Sir Gregory wants you to know that that what's the name of this dragon, this white dragon?
Gelidon?
Gelidon is active and has destroyed an entire village and is terrorizing the area.
What he said.
just that. It's like,
I think it is Gelidon, because I think it's gelid as in gelid. Because
Yeah.
she's frozen. So I think that is how it's pronounced. It's not fucking
Don't you wanna
but
tell me
it's
to
it's
let
an
go of my
odd
phone?
thing that he specifically told you to
yeah.
Yeah.
contact her and say those things.
Why did that come up so fucking small? Or does it always come up that small?
Yeah.
It's just me.
But yeah, I tell Grandma exactly what he said.
Okay. Right, so actually, for the first... Right, no worries. So for the first time ever, when contacting somebody else, it feels like the link that you form with their mind to speak to them is usurped, it's taken over. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Right, and now the link is stronger. And you kind of almost instinctively know that you can now just talk to her through your mind. As if she's, I don't know, strengthened it somehow, or...
Is Sir Gregory still holding on my shoulder? Just so I know. So he can speak to me.
No, he was doing that just to
Get your
like
attention.
get
Yeah.
your attention. Well, I mean, he can hear what's going on anyway.
So she essentially then says, like, well, tell me everything. So I'm assuming
Yeah, I do.
you explain the situation. And she said, she asked you where you're heading, or where it is that she's gonna. If you know have any idea where she might be.
Miss Burrows is the only. Well, our crew thinks that's the rumor where she has her hoard.
So where is that on the map? Just that.
Over here.
Oh, Mythborough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. She tells you. She tells you that she's not going to try and stop you. You need to be careful, and you need to be prepared.
I don't want anyone else to get killed because of us.
And she says that, I know that's exactly why I wouldn't try and stop you. You need to do what you need to do, but you need to be careful, and you need to be prepared. And then she says, "How long do you think it would take you to get there?"
I look at Worm. How long would it take us to get there? Do we have a map of this area in there?
Yeah, as in as much detail as you've got here, and you've got
Yeah.
right. So Borgen's been out on patrols around the.
because we got the maps in Eastern and shit, didn't we?
So Borgen's been on patrols around here in this area for I don't know how long has it been, like 500 fucking years or something. Torby is now she's overcome a shock. Torby's trained
Mhm.
in like knowledge of dragons and stuff. So if we can get close, you should be able to find where you need to be.
Great.
But has also been in the mountains most of her life. Generally, they don't go as far as that for other reasons, like the grey orcs that live on the Rhine Plains over here, and stuff like that. There are other, they generally. So this part of the Rhine Plains, I keep pressing the wrong fucking mouse button. Right, this part. Right, so Right, so this is Aralis, yeah? The dwarves and elves tried to set up a settlement here fucking like 100 years ago or something. And it's now left to ruins because they couldn't maintain it. It wasn't worth the amount of manpower to maintain it. Because there is a tribe of orcs down here, the more greener skinned orcs that are friendly with Uthadurn. Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's a whole tribe of orcs that live over here on the Ride Plains who are the most grey-skinned orcs, and these two really don't fucking like each other. And they're constantly fighting over this bit of land here. Okay?
Yeah.
So Aralis, the dwarves thought, we'll settle it. The dwarves and the elves thought, we'll settle it. And then they'll both fucking leave each other alone. And it will stop all the fighting. It doesn't. So they were just constantly fucking being attacked by the grey dwarves as well. The grey orcs
Dwarves,
at the same time because, you know. So around here, there's like basically kind of nomadic tribal orcs fucking running around. The mountains are mountains, but are also riddled with all kinds of fucking. So essentially, the area immediately around Uthadurn they know of quite well, but she's lived in the mountains all her life. She's a dwarf. She can, you know, and the twins have lived in mountains all their lives.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Don't dismiss that. The twins know their way around mountains, and they know how to climb mountains and all that shit. And they can carry literally everybody in the fucking group. So, and so Gregory could just fucking fall down a mountain and go, fucking hell, and get back up. That's really fucking inconvenient.
He literally just rolls down if he wants to go quick. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah, let's go. Sled, toboggan, let's jump on.
If we go around, just as a question, if we go around the outside and we get to about here, that's about 8 days.
Okay, so I tell Grandma roughly 8 days.
No, it's 8 days to get to there.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
and then you've got to get like then if you walk on foot, you've got at least a couple of days, if not more, to get just to the foot of the mountains
so
here.
So let's say 10, 11 days though in total.
But then you got to try and find it.
Yeah.
And then that's assuming that she's there.
Yeah.
And not fucking, I don't know, the other end of the world looking for you. And on the way back, I don't fucking know. Well, I do know, but you don't.
Yeah, but I'll tell Grandma that 10, 11 days or something like that. Roughly.
Okay, so she says to contact her again. She tells you not to. Oh, I can't fucking think of them. Not to enter her lair. That's the fucking word I was looking for earlier. Without contacting her first.
I just write it down.
And then immediately forgets.
No, I good note taker. I good at this. Yeah.
So, so basically you've got this constant like link to her at the moment. So if there's anything you want to talk about or anything like that, then that's you don't need to worry about doing sendings.
Right, I just used 2 spells.
Well, that was only to make the initial. That was to make the initial contact. So.
Yeah, but that's great.
She also, and actually so does Grenora as well, point out that if she's in this kind of like, what she knows of white dragons, what they both know, that she's probably not resting at the minute. Or if she is, she's only resting because she's been out and she's going out again. But also, you know, you might not even make it to the lair without encountering her.
No.
So, again, so that's what. So when Grandma's saying be careful, she means be careful now, like more careful than you've ever been. If that makes sense, like travel safely, travel carefully.
That's kind of what I thought that Sir Gregory was planning on telling me, to drop my shield, which actually was the thing that crossed my mind, not to be able to track us. Because she's already been here, and I think that's.
Are you saying that to? Are you saying that with this link up? Are you saying that to Grandma?
Yes.
Okay, no, she's going to tell you she's already got your scent.
So it doesn't matter.
At this point, it's just going to piss her off more seeing it, which may or may not work to your advantage.
Okay.
I mean so basically, if she sees you carrying that or Borgin wearing it, that's probably going to really piss her off. but also there's things that are probably going to save you the most from her worst attacks, apart from like the fact
yeah,
that she
because
can chew you.
the immunity. Yeah.
So you may draw more attention to yourselves, but at the same time, so that's information for you to do what you want with. You may draw more attention. You will draw more attention to yourselves if you're carrying or wearing those items. However, they are also providing you better protection. So
yeah, the dragon breath and shit.
that's whatever you still want to do with that information regarding your accoutrement. That is up to you. But that is some information that I say Brenora is actually well versed in dragons. Brenora knows a lot. Hang on, let me bring up a character sheet. But she is actually a I believe one of her favorite enemies is dragons.
Nice. Bring Brenora in. Doesn't she get advantage from dragons?
It's more like tracking them and stuff, isn't it? I think. Yeah, so her natural explorer is mountains and coast, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, so see, all of her shit makes sense to what she does. What you got? Monster Slayer. Oh, that's just.
It would just help if she could roll more than a 6 on a dice.
Yeah. So there we go. Favorite enemy: monstrosities and dragons, because she was in the mountains, and that's what's.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what that means though. For advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemies, as well as intellect checks to recall information about them, and also learn a language you talk about. Okay, yeah. So she's pretty well, but she knows what she's talking. And Gelidon is. I mean, she fucking lives. Hang on. Where does she live? She lives like
There.
less than 400 miles away, which isn't a lot for a fucking big old dragon. But also, so the other thing that they can tell you is that she's almost, well, actually, Grandma says, and will confirm it, that she is definitely at least an ancient dragon. Like Borg, she's lived there at least she's lived there as long as, she's been known of at least as long as Borgen has existed in Luthadern.
So about the portal?
She was like a legendary, like, mythical fucking dragon back then, never mind now. So. However, there are ways of dealing with things if you're prepared.
We're all gold.
I mean, technically, the fucking first campaign of Critical Role, they were killing ancient dragons when they were like level fucking 5 or something. We won't talk about that. But yes, so there are, if we are prepared. Vorax not prepared. Vorax just wants to fucking start hitting her because this is fucking wrong. You don't do shit like that. No matter if you're a big fucking scaly twat. She wants to fucking flex. Well, it's worked. She wants to try and get our attention. It's fucking worked.
She has.
She killed innocents for no other reason than because she wanted to get to us. I'm not having it.
No, I kind of feel like Shark will be the same, that innocent lives have been slain for nothing.
What, you mean the baby dragon?
Well, it did attack us. I mean,
yeah,
it didn't really do anything wrong. We were attacked by a dragon, so we killed it. And now, in most cases, well, the sad irony is, is that like if it had been like another year or a few months older, she wouldn't have given a shit. It would have been a rival. She'd have been glad she fucking killed it.
Aww.
But I'm an arsehole. I mean, but that's just the way the world is.
No, it makes perfectly sense. No.
Mm-hmm. However, just in case Worm's wavering, another dragon horde.
Sorry, who did you think? I'm waiting for you to just say, right, we're going.
Well, I guess the question is, how are we getting there? I mean, I don't. Right. So, is there anybody that isn't willing to go, or that doesn't want to go, or that has? Brenora has agreed to come and help you track her down, but she doesn't know whether she's going to be. Doesn't know whether she'd be much good in a fight against her. However, she's willing to help out where she can.
Yeah. Between me and Sir Gregory, I think we have 6 diamonds.
Or just keep popping people back up. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking what do you call it?
Because I think
Like
I
an
gave Sir
adrenaline to the
Gregory...
fucking shot to the heart.
Yeah, I'm sure I gave him 2 diamonds, so I have 4, and yeah.
I think he's got 3.
Yeah, I gave him
Oh, it's-
some.
yeah,
I
no,
think
he's
you
got
split
2.
between you, didn't you?
Yeah, we did, because I didn't know that he could resurrect like me. So we split the diamonds. So we have quite a... let me see. Yeah, I have 4. But Uthodurn currently, by the way that Borgin's sister was talking, is that that's a no-go. Because it's on lockdown.
Yeah, I say obviously it's a very short message, and she had quite a bit to say. So essentially the city's been locked down. There's not even any patrols going out. The city is literally locked down, and by that, Borgin would understand that means that the massive circular doors that are embedded in the side of the mountain have been closed all the way down the passages.
So that's a no-go.
There is no, and it takes like fucking days to open them back up. There's no one getting in or out at the minute, unless
Yeah, so
underground.
Unless it's drow coming up from the bottom.
Exactly, yeah. So just trap themselves in, perfect time.
Ah!
Yeah, they're finally getting. Oh no, I'm not going to say anything because I might.
He might do that.
Finally get in, and you're just like, of course it's a fucking drow. Guess we're dealing with that problem now.
So that's a no-go. So I think we have to go around to that location.
Well, we don't necessarily have to. We could go straight to sort of here, and then from here, we're actually in the mountains. So we could take just that's probably 3 days to get to there, and then
Yeah.
go in the mountains. That's it. We're not having to travel across these
Open plains.
open plains here and deal with grey orcs. We could just go here and then spend more time traveling through the mountain. That's probably a better option in my eyes.
Brenora. Hang on. Yeah. Can't roll for shit. She thinks that you'd probably be better off spending as much time in the mountains as possible because there's more places to hide.
And we can help with that.
Mm-hmm. She thinks that being out on the open sea, being caught out on the open sea, could be a really bad idea.
We don't want to meet her at the open sea.
You might not have any fucking choice. That's the point. You might not have any fucking choice.
No, I know.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Yes, right. No, we don't want to meet her on the open sea.
So,
no.
this is a shorter trip than this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is shorter.
But that's like
because
what?
we're very vulnerable when we're at our boat.
3 days to get there.
Yeah, it's about 3 days to there, but it's like 8 to get to the other side.
Yeah. And then, well, I mean, mountains are tricky to navigate.
Yeah, but you're in the mountains.
Yeah, and you can hide.
Wait. Isn't Borgin's like favorite terrain also mountains?
No, it's.
I think it's the forest, isn't it?
Forest?
I'm sure you had like.
You must have another. Don't you have a second one?
Arctic.
So it's yes.
Like
yeah. Well, I mean that makes sense as well for him because he mostly would have patrolled around the crystal sands and something like that. So, which is essentially along the edge of the forest and up through
but
the.
You have a plus then on this terrain?
Not on mountains. Mountains is mountains. So
Oh, you mean like this here? Yeah, but right. So there are dangers in the mountains anyway, right?
Yeah.
But other than the fucking massive dragon that might decide to that is definitely trying to eat you all, that may or may not be there, right, at any given time, there is just, I guess, normal mountain stuff as far as you know in those mountains, right? Which is stuff that the twins have dealt with all their life. It's things that Draenora's dealt with most of her life. The thing with but you can, if you're careful, you can pass through the mountains and avoid most things, right?
Mhm.
The thing with being on these planes is that you haven't got anywhere to fucking go, and no one's got that much experience, and you know that there are nomadic orcs fucking roaming around, and they're going to fucking attack on sight.
No, I totally behind
So,
you.
I think it's possibly the best idea is to travel a bit closer.
Mhm.
I
No, I think that's great.
mean, Brenora probably suggests start hugging the coast as best you can, doing it, because you know
Totally agree.
you might want to get off of there and hide in the mountains at any point given point.
We don't want to lose our boat.
But it'll
No, I
be
mean,
slightly,
that's-
it's still quicker than.
That's what we do. I mean,
Travelling
when it's
through the
got
mountains,
3 days
yeah.
getting to here, that's like, well, that's 200 miles to here. But it's
Yeah.
like, that's only 3 days will get you a bit further. So 3 days will get you here, but that's like doing that along the coast almost like.
Yeah. And I think
And then, yeah, if you're on the coast, then you just drive
it,
onto onto the coast and jump off.
I say unless
and
something,
then the
unless
ship
like
stops
really
and-
bad shit happens, that's probably the safest route as well. Well, it's quicker unless
Yeah.
really bad shit happens because mountains is you're up and down, right? You're through valleys and you have to either go around the mountains or up and over them. That's
Mhm.
literally your only fucking choice. So it would take you longer to travel that, but then at some point you don't want to be out in the open. So, however, plenty of time to think about that because Liam's got work tomorrow. And it's getting late.
Is it just midnight?
It's getting
Okay.
cold, I'll tell you that.
It is, yeah. It's meant to be cold again this week. It's been
Mm.
quite warm here actually since Christmas.
Well, it's because it's been raining every day, hasn't it?
Yeah, fucking miserable fucking weather. Anyway, it's up to you. We can go a bit further. I mean, obviously we can't go too far because you don't want to get into too much. But it's up to Liam really. He's got to get up in the morning.
Well, if we're setting off on the boat, then, you know, if we get there, we get there. If we don't, then we'll just stop whenever we have to stop. But I think we should
Mhm.
just set off.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
It's
not
not saying
anything else.
anything.
We can't prepare for anything, so we can't buy anything from Palebank because there's nothing there. We can't get anything from Utherdurn because we can't get in there.
No.
There's no point going back to Kaltsil and saying, "Oh,
Oh
by
shit,
the way,
that wasn't
everybody's
meant to
dead."
roll with advantage. Oops. Oh. Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter anyway. You can roll with advantage. Yeah, it's up to you. Like, if you want to set off, we can go. I mean, I say, I'm just looking out for Liam. Really, I'm whatever.
Oh,
It's not
it
saying
might
anything,
end up. Sorry, it might end up just literally getting to where we need to be, and then we get off down here, and then nothing might happen. But if something does, we'll just stop if it does. But let's just see if we can at least get there. Then we know we're just traveling through the
Yeah, I
mountains.
think
Then
that's good.
Yeah, just do that.
Keep going till we hit something.
Oh,
Ah,
Sophina,
look out for
Sophina asked
something.
whether we might want to get some gunpowder.
from where?
Kelso.
Going all the way back there. For,
But again, there's that risk of being out on the open sea.
yeah, going all the way back. We have got a full keg of it in the bottom of this ship. If
Okay.
you do look,
Oh,
it's in the keg. It's in the keg marked TNT.
Oh, right, okay. And no cannons were
Dynamite.
used on the ship, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh,
You know,
so what you want to set off?
it's in the hole with the candle on it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. It's fine. All right. So you wanted to get to what, like here?
No, that
Oh,
that
That
There.
little bit.
Yeah.
the other
Right, oh, so this little bit-
so-
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it looks like there might be a little bit of fucking coast. All right. Okay. Yeah. Weather. Let's have a look. First day. Weather's not great. It's kind of against you, but you do have advantage on your.
I was
Sailing.
looking, where is it? It's like I can't find sailing. It's like because you're looking at Gregory. So, that would be why.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You managed to travel your first day without many issues. That's a good point. I need to do that. Can I do that? How do I roll without you seeing it? No, Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. Not many issues. I mean, you can see everybody's got their everybody's keeping extra alert, right?
Yeah.
You don't see any signs of anything massive and winged in the sky. I guess in most people's eyes are on the sky. You do see a few things along the shore. You see like the odd creature moving around on the mountainsides and stuff, but nothing that's going to bother you. They're just thinking the sea that's going to bother you. For the most part, the first day's pretty easy going. I'd say actually with your sailing skill, and I mean the wind is against you, but yeah, I'd say you're on track for getting there in like 3 days at the moment. So how far would that be? Nope. Can't turn the boat. Ooh, look. Sailing.
Na.
What's we reckon about like here? Put up in the cove for the night? It's a bit far, isn't it? About there?
It's more a case of do we actually stop or do we just keep going?
I see. Right,
You
because
should-
actually that would be if you travelled a full day, wouldn't it, as well? So do you want to take a bit longer and stop at night, or do you just want to travel at night? I mean, it's not really going to stop at Dragon Scene. I don't know. That's Vorak doesn't know shit. He just wants to get there and tell her off. Yeah, tell her off by hitting her repeatedly until she can't.
Oh,
do it.
we'll stop. We'll stop. It's just, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah. So I get right. So the first day's travel is mostly peaceful. You don't see anything. The weather's a bit against you. Second day. Oh, you'll get a good night's rest. Second day. No, I need to take that off now. Weather's really bad again. It's cold. It's wet. It's miserable. You're having a hard time sailing, but you managed to get a good day sailing out. But you're over 15. That's solid. And again, all those of you, because I'm just going to assume that everybody's keeping an eye out. There's always somebody, at least 2 or 3 people keeping an eye out at any given time.
We got for
Mhm.
Nora.
Yeah, there's no taking it easy because everybody's like high alert. There are again no signs. There is nothing in this. You know, you see a few, I guess, like land mammals or whatever. A few things in the mountains, a bit of movement, but they're all quite distant, really, and no signs of any big flappy things in the sky. You pull over for the night. You take a rest. And the next day's weather is not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Nice.
I didn't actually fucking roll out in public, did it? Because I've still got it on to me. And you make really good fucking headway. And you see fucking hell. Oh, apparently she's having a long rest. Right, you see no signs of any dragons yet again. I would say you'll probably make it.
We'd make it to there by then because it's.
Yeah, I think you could. You'd cut across that bit.
70,
yeah.
70 and 70, so it's like 200 and
Yeah.
200 and odd miles anyway at that point.
On your massive ship that's bigger than a dragon.
Mhm.
I don't even know what you're worried about. Just smashing into her at the face with a dragon. What? I don't know what I'm saying.
Levitate!
Well, when she lands on the deck, we'll just let that trap door open underneath her. And
Yeah, just trap her.
That's it, done.
What is under that trap door?
We'll let you out when you learn to behave and stop killing people. Because everybody upset you.
Yeah. Bastard
Yeah,
dragon.
and don't knock that candle over.
What, this candle? Fucking told you. Now look. Tail got singed. Right. So. Right, Liam, what time are you wanting to get off?
Probably soon because I think the cat has thrown up, so I'll take a while to clean it up.
Nice. Right, well, should we leave it there then?
I think, yeah, there, because
And
then
then we
it's
can
like
start
traveling across the mountains and stuff, so.
Potentially confronting things. Alright then.
That's
Cool.
thrown up.
Look at that. What an interesting night. Didn't go the way I thought it would.
You thought we would go in the thing.
I did. I've got everything planned for that.
Have you upset all your plans?
Not really. I expect, and it's still there. And that's the beauty of it. It was at some point I'd have probably had to have sorted it out anyway. It's still there. When you get back to it, it's one less thing I've got to sort out. I'll just pump up the fucking difficulty because fuck you lot. I'll teach you not to do what I wanted you to do.
Well done, everybody. Got to do what Jason wanted.
Thanks, Cat. I heard just some of that, but it's okay. Thanks, Cat.
You said well done for not doing what I wanted you to do. Whilst yawning, obviously, because
that was good.
I have to be honest. Like it was interesting though, because like, as soon as you're like, "No, we'll go to Pale Bank," it was like, "Oh dear, I know what happened." Now you get to have another big reveal. But yes, no. I mean that's the thing though. It's like the lucky thing is I have like a rough idea of what's going on everywhere anyway. Well, I knew that. Essentially, I knew that when you got back to Pale, but I mean, it's been devastated for a while. I knew when you got back that it would be that way whenever you decided to do it.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know where she lives, if she's there.
If she's there.
If she is. Because she was looking for you.
Yeah, but Dragon's gonna fly fast, like it.
Yeah, but she's apparently given up because she's like she can't be bothered anymore. So it's like.
Which, I mean, I'm guessing that she has to occasionally return rest. Also, she's not going to want to go where it's really hot, so she's probably like, "Oh, fucking hell." But I really love that kid that much. I mean, I was about ready to fucking like, you know, try and kill it myself. But yes,
good sesh.
that was cool.
Yeah, good job,
Right.
guys.
Well, prepare yourselves for next week.
Yeah.
Assuming that we're playing next week, I imagine we will be.
I seem to remember we fought many dragons and we always just like manage it, and you're like, shit. It's like green dragons just died, and white dragons just died, and
Yeah.
dragon turtles have just died.
There's
I'm not being cocky or anything, but I
No.
know of like 3 dragons we've killed.
Yep. And they've never tested you as much as they should. So that green dragon though, the first one, that was fucking. Where was the black dragon? We fought a white dragon before.
Got a white dragon that was on
The
top
little
of some
one.
mountain.
No one.
The green
Oh,
dragon.
the green one we did.
I did something. I had some. You'd given us some magic item that we'd all forgotten about. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this at it. He's like, yep, what?
Yeah. Oh fuck. What else have we fought? What other dragons have we fought?
Well, the little white dragon on here.
Yeah, don't really count. That was a setup. Actually, it was a random encounter that we got out of hand. That's what happened.
The dragon turtle, obviously.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That
I
one
feel like
was
there was another one. Have we never fought a black dragon?
No.
I bet we probably wouldn't because we've never been into like. Oh, we have been in swamps.
Yeah, but we never met.
Yeah, but I think you got ate by an alligator and then we just left.
Fuck this place. It looks dangerous. Oh look, we've got a new friend. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will. That's easy to prepare for next week. Let them find the dragon, kill them, start a new game. Cool.
Yeah. No,
I
good
did
stuff.
notice, by the way, when I logged into Roll20 on the front page, the promotional bit on the front page was quite interesting.
I haven't seen that. I'll sign out and I've looked.
Right, when you go into Roll20, it's like the home page. Look what it says on the right hand side.
I don't know, mine just says my games.
No, we're glad you're here.
Oh.
Alright.
Roll20 new year, new
Ah.
game, blah blah blah. Did a Pathfinder beginner box on offer.
Oh, I see what you said. Yeah. It's second edition Pathfinder as well.
Pathfinder is hard. I played the Owls games, and That runs on Pathfinder rules, and even if it's a computer game, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to understand
I
the-
think it's more that there's. I don't know because I've never looked into it.
Well, I looked earlier, just out of curiosity, at the Pathfinder books on Amazon, and one thing I can say about them, they're very expensive and very large.
But I think
The-
the rules are a lot more extensive.
The Pathfinder, like there's basic and advanced books.
Oh, right,
So
Right.
second
really?
edition basic players rules is like 500 pages, and then there's the advanced rules.
Right, and when it says 500 pages, the biggest wizards, the biggest D&D ones are like 320.
Yeah.
360. I think the DM's guide is like 360 maybe. Or yeah, as in, but like that's a substantial fucking
Jesus.
book. Yeah, I don't feel the need to check. This is
No, I know. I mean,
it-
it's just because
you know,
everyone's been talking about it, but it was just
yeah.
like out of curiosity. It's like, well, what is it? But it just seems it's one of those things. Presumably, you just choose what you want to use and use it. You don't have to be like a slave to every single rule.
No. I think there's
it
I think
seems
there's
to
a
be
lot
a
more
lot.
like you'd be carrying a shield. There's ways of blocking attack. There's things like that. There's a lot more to do with reactions and stuff, and
Well, that's what I.
and how
Did
much.
I tell you
something
the
hits and-
video I watched about the equipment being a bit pants in D5?
Yes. Yeah.
With
All right, guys.
I
I'm
was-
calling
well,
it
I
right
thought
here. Thanks so
net
much for
wasn't on
joining
on
us.
that, it
I'll
was
be
Liam.
back tomorrow with World
if
of
you're
Warcraft.
a rogue,
I
for
hope
example,
you guys
start
have a
with
good
a suit
night,
of leather
and I'll
armor.
see you soon. Bye.
The only better armor you can ever get is studded leather, unless it's obviously magic armor. So you start with a set of